Hello again, this is Dr. Keith, the vegan naturopath. Hope you're having a good day. We have another article for you here in our quick wellness news nugget. For today is from healthnutnews.com, and this article is entitled Night Shifts Perpetuate Ill Health. And in this article it talks about how those who work night shifts or erratic shifts, if you will, how it's damaging to your health. Nurses, truck drivers, etc. It says, she starts off by pointing out how new studies have found that people who do shift work, those who bounce between sleeping at night and sleeping during the day, have higher risk of coronary artery disease, diabetes, weight gain, and some cancers. And for those who have worked a decade of shift work, their brains actually show a cognitive decline years in advance. So basically, if you want to have one of those jobs where you've worked shift work for many years, the studies show that it is greatly likely or probable that your brain has aged far above where it should have aged for your particular age. Now, one of the things that most naturopaths or those in the natural health field will talk about is the importance of sleep and of rest. It is very important, and it should not be, as this study shows, regarded lightly for your health. She goes on to say that the more we learn, quoting from the article, the more we learn about sleep, the more we learn the importance of consistency. It is very important to try and get to sleep on a consistent time each night. It helps the circadian rhythm, etc. It goes on to say, she has another quote here that says, avoid frequently rotating shifts. So the bigger issue is picking a shift and sticking with it. Even the Cleveland Clinic tells their patients avoid frequently rotating shifts. But according to the International Agency for Research on Cancer, the additional risk of cancers in shift workers may be explained by the disruption of the circadian system that is caused by exposure to light at night. This can alter sleep activity patterns, suppress melatonin production, and even dysregulate genes involved in tumor development. But if you get into a consistent group of night shifts, you should be able to manipulate light with blackout curtains and lamps. Finally, she points out in the last part of the article, and the source of the article, she says, is actually the Atlantic. She says, but they also recommend patients decrease the number of night shifts worked in a row, because the International Agency for Research on Cancer has listed night shift as probably carcinogenic, in other words, cancer causing. So it's very interesting to understand that something that we take for granted, like getting good sleep and getting that sleep on a regular, consistent basis, can have significant consequences for our health. So again, this is Dr. Keith, and thank you for listening to this episode of the quick wellness news nugget, and be sure to like or subscribe or comment in the comment section. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.